You're listening to AI Signals, Daily Dose. What if your AI coding assistant could decide its own permissions, control your Mac, and take orders from your phone while you're at the grocery store? That's not a roadmap slide from some developer conference. That all shipped in the last 6 days from Anthropic. And by the end of this episode, you'll see why this might be the most aggressive product sprint in AI tooling history. This is your Daily Dose for March 25th, 2026. Today we're going deep on one story. Anthropic just dropped a wave of features for Claude Code and Cowork that, taken together, represent a fundamental shift. We're talking auto mode, computer use, dispatch, code review, and a bunch of under-the-radar improvements. We'll cover what each one does, why Anthropic shipped them all at once, and what this means for the race to build the definitive AI development tool. Let's get into it. Okay, let's start with the two biggest announcements, both of which landed in the last 48 hours. First up, Auto Mode. This launched yesterday, March 24th, and it's a new permission system for Claude Code. Right now, when Claude Code wants to run a bash command or write to a file, it asks you first, every time. It's safe, but it's slow. Auto Mode changes that. In Auto Mode, Claude makes the permission decision itself. But here's the key part. It doesn't just approve everything. Before each action runs, a safety classifier checks it for potentially destructive behavior. Things like mass deleting files, exfiltrating data, or running malicious code. Safe actions proceed automatically. Risky ones get blocked, and Claude takes a different approach. Think of it as the middle ground. You're not babysitting every command, but you're also not running with scissors. Anthropic is calling it a research preview. Available now for Teams customers using Sonnet 4.6 or Opus 4.6, with enterprise and API access coming soon. Now here's where it connects to something even bigger. The day before Auto Mode launched, on March 23rd, Anthropic flipped the switch on computer use for Claude Code and Cowork. And this is the one that made my jaw drop. Claude can now literally control your Mac. It sees your screen through screenshots, clicks buttons, types text, navigates between applications, and completes multi-step workflows on your actual desktop. And it's not just brute force screen control. Claude follows a priority order. If there's a direct integration available, like Slack or Google Calendar, it uses that first. If there's a browser-based workflow, it tries that next. Only as a last resort does it fall back to controlling your mouse and keyboard directly. That layered approach is smart because direct screen control is inherently fragile. Things move, windows overlap, interfaces change. Right now, this is in research preview for Pro and Mac subscribers on macOS, and Anthropic is being upfront about limitations. They've cautioned that computer use is still early compared to Claude's ability to work with text and code. But the direction is unmistakable. Claude isn't just writing code anymore, it's operating software. All right, now let's talk about the feature that ties auto mode and computer use together into something that feels genuinely sci-fi. Dispatch. Dispatch launched on March 17th and pairs with the computer use capabilities announced last week. Here's the pitch. You open Cowork on your Mac, scan a QR code with the Claude app on your phone, and you now have a persistent channel between your mobile device and your desktop. You can walk away from your computer, pull out your phone at a coffee shop, and tell Claude to reorganize your files, update a spreadsheet, or prepare a presentation. Claude uses your desktop to get it done. You come back to finished work. The setup takes about 2 minutes. The pricing is rolling out to Mac subscribers first at $100 per month, with Pro users at $20 a month, gaining access shortly after. Now, I want to be honest about where this stands. Early users are reporting roughly 50-50 reliability on complex tasks. That's a research preview number, not a production number. But even at 50%, think about what's happening architecturally. You have a mobile device sending natural language instructions to a cloud-connected desktop app, which autonomously operates your computer with a safety classifier watching every action. That's a lot of moving pieces working together, and the fact that it works at all is the story here. Now, Anthropic didn't just ship the flashy stuff this month. There's a quieter but equally important layer underneath. Let me tell you about code review and the version 2.1.81 update, because these are the features that make the autonomy features actually usable. Code review launched on March 9th, and it attacks a real problem. AI-generated code is flooding pull requests faster than humans can review them. Anthropic's answer is a multi-agent system that automatically analyzes every PR. It dispatches a fleet of specialized agents that examine your code changes in the context of your full codebase, hunting for logic errors, security vulnerabilities, broken edge cases, and subtle regressions. The findings show up as inline comments on the exact lines of code where issues were found. Two design decisions stand out. First, code review never approves a PR. Approval stays human. It's an assistive tool, not a replacement for human judgment. Second, it focuses exclusively on real bugs, not style nits. No complaints about semicolons or bracket placement, just logic errors and security holes. The cost is token-based and averages $15 to $25 per review, which, for an enterprise team drowning in AI-generated PRs, is a rounding error compared to the cost of a shipped bug. And then there's version 2.1.81, which dropped on March 20th. This is the kind of release that doesn't make headlines, but makes developers' lives meaningfully better. Voice mode now supports 20 languages, up from 10, with Russian, Polish, Turkish, Dutch, and 6 others added. Startup memory usage dropped by about 80 megabytes on large repositories. There's a new bear flag for scripted calls that skips hooks and plugin syncing. And they fixed a pile of bugs, from voice mode activation issues to a right alt key leaving visible escape sequences. So, zoom out. What's the bigger picture here? In the span of about 2 weeks, Anthropic shipped computer use, autonomous permissions, mobile-to-desktop task dispatch, multi-agent code review, expanded voice support, and a major stability release. That's not a normal cadence. That's a statement. And the statement is this: the era of AI as a chat window is over. Anthropic is betting that the future of AI development tools isn't about having a smarter chatbot in your terminal. It's about having an autonomous agent that can see your screen, decide what actions are safe, operate your software, and take instructions from your pocket. Each of these features is interesting on its own. Together, they form a coherent vision of what a digital coworker actually looks like. The competition is going to have to respond. GitHub Copilot, Cursor, Windsurf, they're all strong products, but none of them can control your desktop from your phone right now. None of them have a built-in safety classifier for autonomous permissions. And none of them ship a multi-agent code review system that reads your whole code base. Anthropic just raised the bar on what an AI coding tool is expected to do. But, and this matters, most of these features are in research preview. The 50-50 reliability on dispatch is real. Computer use is macOS only. Auto mode is limited to 2 models. The foundation is there, but the polish isn't. The question for the next few months is whether Anthropic can harden these capabilities before the competition catches up. So here's the takeaway. If you've been thinking of Claude Code as just another coding assistant, it's time to update that mental model. In 6 days, Anthropic turned it into something closer to an autonomous development partner, one that can see, act, decide, and be summoned from your pocket. We're watching the category get redefined in real time. Keep an eye on the next few updates. If reliability on dispatch and computer use climbs past 70 or 80%, the way developers work is going to change in ways we're only starting to imagine. If you found this useful, share it with a developer who's still approving every bash command manually. I'll be back tomorrow with more. Until then, stay curious.